Yes, some boxing stars of the future there, I think. Right, now, classical music. Do you think about classical music and video games together? No.
No, but that pairing has led to a whole new audience for classical orchestras. Let's take a listen to this. Very rousing.
Very rousing indeed.
Not arousing, rousing.
Glad you clarified that, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Well, it's music like that, which means that for the first time, younger people, Gen Y and Gen Z, like Gamal and myself here, are more now likely to go and see a symphony orchestra than their parents were.
Elaine Wilcox has spent the afternoon with Manchester's famous Hallé Orchestra, who are rehearsing for a game-on concert at the Bridgewater Hall this weekend. Elaine, are you a fan?
Well, Gamal, I've never been a gamer and I can barely play any instruments, not even the triangle, but I have had the most magical afternoon watching the Hallé Orchestra. And I can introduce you to the man at the helm, the world-famous conductor who has brought this genre of music to the Western world. Andy Brick, you've just come in from New York. Tell us why this genre of music is so special.
Well, I think game music is really special because I think we have an opportunity here to capture a new audience, a younger audience, an audience who grew up on video games and, as a result, video game music, and it's part of their cultural heritage.
So it's a much younger audience coming to concerts. Does that change the atmosphere?
Yeah, definitely. There's a vibrant energy in the concert hall. And there is a segment which is much younger, I think, than most orchestras like the Hallé might be used to. But also keep in mind that gamers that were playing when I did that original concert 20 years ago, who were 18, are now 38. So there's a more mature audience that's coming to the orchestra hall also for the very first time. And the fastest growing segment of gamers is 50 plus. So we're really encapsulating a whole new generation of concert goers.
And you have described those members of the orchestra as the new rock stars. And I've been grabbed a quick word with two of the violinists. So let's hear from Roberto and Marie.
Doing concerts like this, it's wonderful because it reminds us that this is also where music is really an essential part of our life. And yeah, it's nice to bring that on stage, and it's so much more alive when it's live and when you can be there in the audience and actually see it. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it's younger audiences and you know, just different people coming to different concerts is great.
It's a hard thing being a classical musician or a musician of any kind, to be honest, and to see that recognised in a place where we feel really comfortable, really at home, and to have an audience who are really there for it as well. It's perfect.
It certainly was rousing, as Gamal said at the beginning, and of course performing too are the choir from the Royal Northern College of Music. So Andy, what is it like for you to be part of this huge revival where classical music is cool?
Yeah, well, it's really cool to be part of classical music being cool. And in a way, for the past 25 years, that's been my mission. It's been to kind of revitalize, bring this new audience into the concert hall, allow it to be music for the masses so that people come and hear the Hallé play in their regular programming as well, because they become part of that orchestra world.
And I heard you in the rehearsals talking about some of the pieces. The tempo was just perfect. It was a joy to watch. So for you, you know, being part of this, having this big show tomorrow night at the Bridgewater, for people who might be tempted to come along, what can they expect?
Yeah, so if you're a gamer, we're going to be playing all the classic hits of video games, World of Warcraft, Assassin's Creed, etc., etc. If you're not a gamer, we have these huge videos that tell the story of the games, and you're going to be hearing one of the world's finest orchestras in the Hallé playing.
With you at the helm, thank you so much for talking to us. And I'll just leave you with a little bit of a taste of Game On, a first for Granada, introducing classical music with a modern twist.
Fabulous.
Incredible. That's where we should be on a Friday night, isn't it? Not sitting at home with a cup of tea. Down with the kids. The Hallé Orchestra there performing music from World of Warcraft.